Many traditional core exercises are performed on the ground, but for some of us that's not an option. Either it's too difficult to get up and down off the ground, or we're not somewhere where we want to be on the ground. Maybe you're traveling or you're trying to squeeze in a core workout at work. My name is Dr. Robin Armstrong. I'm a chiropractor at Willowbrook Chiropractic in Langley, and today I'm going to show you 5 core exercises that can be done either seated or at the wall. So we'll start in our chair, and we're going to warm up with a cat-cow variation. So slide to the edge of your chair so that you can feel your sitting bones on the chair. And we're going to alternate arching and rounding the spine. So we'll start by resting our hands on our thighs. You're going to lift the heart, arch the low back, tilt the pelvis, and look up. Then you're going to reverse it. Tuck the pelvis under, draw the low belly in, drop the head towards the chest. Alternate arching and rounding about 5 to 10 times to warm up the spine. Next, we're going to perform a march in the chair. So we're going to use our hands at our waist on the bony part of our pelvis to feel that we're keeping the pelvis still. And that's how we know that we're actually engaging our core, because the movement should come from the hip joint, not from the pelvis. So start hands at your waist. Draw the low belly in, lift the pelvic floor, sitting up tall. We're going to lift the right foot up off the ground about half a foot and then lower down. Try to keep the pelvis still as you do this movement, switching to the opposite side. Left leg lifts and then lowers. This pelvic control is really important if you suffer from low back pain. Alternate back and forth about 10 times. Next, we're going to level up. So we're going to perform the same movement with our legs, but we're going to add the arms. So we're going to lift right leg up and then raise left arm to about shoulder height. Again, keeping the pelvis still. Lower down. Left leg lifts as right arm raises and lower down. So this is a variation of a cross crawl that we might perform on the ground. Next, we're going to go to the wall. So we're going to perform a front plank at the wall. So we're going to place forearms on the wall, palms on the wall, step your feet back so that you're about 2 feet away from the wall. We're going to hold here for up to 60 seconds. So you can break it up if you need to, or you can hold continuously. To make it a little bit harder, you can step your feet even further away from the wall. Don't arch or pop the hips. Try and be nice and long from the heels to the top of the head, and press into the forearms, creating space between the shoulder blades. Next, we're going to perform hip dips up the wall. So we're going to be sideways to the wall. Again, forearm on the wall, just below shoulder height, palm pressing into the wall. We're either standing straight up and down, or you can shift a little bit further away if you need a bit more room. So the hips are going to move side to side. We're going to dip the hips towards the wall, and then come back to neutral. Dip, neutral. So you're going to repeat that 5 to 10 times, and then do the opposite thing, the opposite side. So I'll show you from behind. Forearm at the wall, feet a little bit further away, hips dip toward the wall, and then back up to neutral. You might find that one side is a little more difficult than the other. So often we think of core exercises as being done on the floor, but I've just showed you 5 exercises that can be done either sitting or standing at the wall. We started with the cat-cow to warm up the spine, the marching to help stabilize the pelvic muscles, adding in the arms to level up to a cross-crawl variation, front plank at the wall, and hip dips at the wall, which strengthen the side of our core as well as the side of our hip muscles. If you have any questions about any of the exercises I've showed you here today, please feel free to ask myself, Dr. Robin Armstrong, or Dr. Jody Friedman. We're always happy to help.